Morning. It's me again. Yesterday I don't know, I just, sometimes you watch a video or you see something and something just pops into your head. And so, I write that out, I put that out there. And so the person replied to me and bleh, they were unfamiliar with the work that I was quoting and the person. And so I thought, well, I love Rumi so much. I really love meditating on that. And El Ghazi is also another that I really love to, like, just take the little short parables and meditate upon them and see how they apply to my life and in my spiritual walk. So, who I had quoted was Jalad Rumi. And so he was born in like 1200, and he was a teacher and educator, scholar, whatever you want to call it. And then when he was about 40, he met this wandering dervish, um, Shams of Tabriz. And what he said at that point was, what I had thought of before as God, I met today in a human being. When Shams went on his way, uh, Rumi turned from academic into artist and poet, and he wrote some really great poetry. Um, and it's a lot of times connected to what is considered Sufism, which is supposedly, for labels or categorizations, is an esoteric form of Islam, I guess, but in only in a spiritual belief, I suppose. But they're all teaching stories, and there's other writers along the same veins, and they're all teaching parables. There's really a lot of cool stuff about Jesus and things that he did, and there's some history in them, because they haven't been, you know, uh, messed with in the way that American writings get messed with. So today, when I decided that I was going to do that, and I kind of pulled out my books, uh, my other book that I love, and you can tell, like, they're both like that all over. It kept flying open to this one page, and I mean, he's seriously done it like 3 times to this same thing. So I thought I would share that with you. And this is also Jalad Rumi, and it is called Four Men and the Interpreter. And I don't know what the significance of this is yet, but I'm sure that if it keeps falling open, there's something there for me. I just haven't figured out yet. And that's the one thing I love about these. You could read them and get one thing, and then come back later, read something and the same thing, and get something different from it. And that's really cool to me, because it depends on where your head is at, where your heart is at, where your walk is at, and what you're going to get out of it. It's almost like a food, a spiritual food. So let me read this really quick. Four people were given a piece of money. The first was a Persian, and he said, "With this, I will buy some angar." And the second was an Arab, and he said, "No, because I want inab." And the third was a Turk, and he said, "I do not want inab, I want uzum." The fourth was a Greek, and he said, "I want stafil." Because they did not know what lay behind the names of things, these four started to fight. They had information, but they had no knowledge. One man of wisdom present could have reconciled them all, saying, "I can fulfill the needs of all of you with the one and the same piece of money. If you honestly give me your trust, your one coin will become as if four, and four odds will become one united." Such a man would know that each in his own language wanted the same thing: grapes.